How's it going, everyone? The Trout 91 here for the custom class guide, and today we are doing the M16A4 assault rifle. And the M16 is a very interesting gun, a lot like the M4, but basically a burst fire gun. It is a high damage gun with about 3 to 4 bullets. That's not technically true, but considering the facts behind it, it is kind of a high power gun considering how it works and all. It's a 3-round burst weapon. It has poor iron sights, but it's made up by the minimal recoil it has as an average magazine, a good reload, a low rate of fire which can be modified with a rapid fire perk. It's not very versatile in the fact that it is a 3-round burst gun, which means there is a delay in each burst, and the fact that it does have a slow rate of fire by default can be very bad. It's not very good at close quarters. It can be improved using steady aim, for example, to hip fire, but not great for those kind of engagements. Best to use it at long ranges, and I would probably recommend the Akimbo machine pistol secondaries because you're only going to be using them for close quarters. The M16 has you covered at all ranges prior to an immediate contact. And I would probably recommend either the Assault or the Specialist kill streaks, because, you know, if you get the Specialist kill streak, you get extra perks to help you use the gun, and you also get extra proficiencies on the gun if you use the bling attachments like I do most of the time. One other thing about this gun is if you do use any other kind of package, I would probably say use the Assault package because it's very good. You're going to get probably quite a few kills with this gun, especially if you're sitting at a distance from everyone else. The first class I recommend is the M16 with holographic. Holographic is by far the best optical attachment for this gun. The rest are decent, but they're not really going to hold a candle to I don't even know why I said hold a candle. It does make sense. But they can't even really compare to the holographic. It kind of like boxes out everything around you, so you can pretty much just aim on your target. And having recon, quick draw pro, and marksman, and the flinch proficiency is very good. The flinch, if you do get shot, your shot will not fly off target, which is very crucial with the M16. You got to make sure every bullet that connects counts because of that slow rate of fire. The Recon Pro will pretty much show people on the map, so if you are using it at long range and you do get an unfortunate free shot, like, what am I looking for? If you require more than one burst to down an opponent and they disappear, at least you've marked them on the map for the rest of your team to pick up an assist and make sure they are dispatched with. Quick draw will help you make sure every shot counts so you can aim down the sights, because when you do shoot, you kind of like shoot before you fully aim down the sights, and the quick draw will help you get down the sights as quickly as possible. A marksman will help you out with the big chunky holographic to spot people with their names being shown. The next one's fairly similar. You know, you got rapid fire on there. That helps to modify the rate of fire, which is one I would probably suggest for the people who are not so used to the M16 or don't tend to get many one burst shots or are not very good with it to begin with. Like the first two classes I would recommend, one or the other depending on what kind of player you are. Sit rep will allow you to hear if people are coming, so you don't get engaged in too many unfair battles, so you kind of have a leg up on them, to say the least. And then the other alternate class I would say is probably put heartbeat sensor on it if you don't have Sitrep Pro. It will help you find people who are not using Assassin and it will help you see where they are on the heartbeat monitor. It will give a little beep. You kind of just have to use it like everyone is using Assassin, because if you are relying on it too heavily, you'll get distracted, think no one's around the corner, and then they'll kill you before you know it. So you have to kind of like take it with a grain of salt. You have to listen out for the beep, but if there is no beep, assume that someone's around the corner anyway, because it can fool you. It might be your best friend 1 minute, but it can fool you the next. And steady aim is very helpful for those close quarter battles, because, you know, you've got a burst fire weapon. It's not very good at that kind of range, and if you're seeing people on a heartbeat monitor, you're probably going to be at close range anyway. So that's all I have for that weapon. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Peace.